Hey guys, today I'm going to take you through a quick look unboxing review at this SmartCode Kwikset Wiser lever lock with Zwave Plus and Home Connect. We're going to connect it to Smartthings 3.0 or the new Smartthings 2020 app, and we're also going to show how to install it on a existing door that doesn't have a deadbolt at the top. And that's kind of the point, is you don't have a deadbolt up here. You just want to replace a knob and have some locking functionality either through Amazon Echoes and SmartThings app and your automations and whatnot. So let's open it up and take a look. Alrighty tighty. When they say fits like a glove, they weren't kidding. Man, it's like taking off tight pants. Whatever you do, read this. Thanks, guys. Alright, so you got your satin nickel. Oh, okay, they give you two. I was gonna say they give you two because you can do both directions. No, dummy. It's for each side of the lock. Alright, so let's set these aside. You got your actual keypad. All right, cool. Goes on 4 AA batteries. It's nice that they include some generic 4 AA's. Now they give you a bunch of different adapters. They don't really know what's going to work best. A different what's it called, this part that goes on the inside of the door. I don't know the technical names. I just know I've installed so many of these Kwikset Zwave locks in the past. Now this is really cool. This is the smart key rekeyer. If you want it, if let's say you have moved into a house and you have a different key for your front door, the garage door, downstairs, maybe the basement, you want to have one key to rule them all. This is the little device that you use for that. And it's a fairly terrifying process because if it can go wrong, the lock will never work again. So just make sure you're doing it correctly. I've messed that up in the past. So smart key is good if you do it right and it's not your first time. All right. That's a pretty useful Allen key. We have some hardware there. Maybe it's called a strike. I think it's called a strike.
Your keys?
And your big honkin' Z-Wave thing. Well, I mean, it's on the back of non-Z-Wave ones, but the Z-Wave stuff is in here. All that good Z-Wave Plus stuff. Yeah, I forget. I think it's like this button or one of these. I forget what it is, but how to actually start pairing it with the SmartThings or Wink or whatever compatible one you got. Put your batteries in there. And it's pretty cool because depending on, if you have it locking this way or you have it locking that way, they kind of walk you through that whole setup. So it's pretty easy to get going. All right, so that's what's included in the box. So let's next move to the installation. All right, so here we have the existing doorknob that we're going to swap out for the Kwikset Z-Wave lever lock. Now, depending on your existing knob or lever, the dismantling instructions will be slightly different. In my case, I have these 2 Phillips screws on each side of the inside of the knob, so I'm going to remove those. Now, if you're smart like me, you'll have taken it off and now you can't escape the room. So hopefully we can just take this guy here, put it in here, and then turn it. Another catastrophe avoided via how-to video on YouTube. So the front should just pull off. You should be able to use the this in here to basically drag that out and then just pull it out. like that. Remember to always save the old knobs just in case you sell your house and you don't want to give the new owners the cool Zwave one. Another reason I absolutely love Wiser and Kwikset is they give you batteries. Batteries fit in just like that. Now they do give you in the box a strike, but you can see that my existing strike looks exactly the same. Might need tightened, but yeah, no need to replace this if you don't want to. So why this works when you have no deadbolt at the top, this is my old one, right? You can see it's just either open or closed. The new one here has this extra thing, right? One of them is locking and one of them's for opening, right? If this can't move down, then obviously the whole thing can't open. So before you actually start drilling this thing into the side here, you're gonna wanna look and just make sure that this part here is in the center of the circle, okay? And in my case, it's not, it's way over there. So, because they allow adapting between two different, lengths or whatever. So you have this tab here, it's like a little nib thing there and there. You got to pull up like that on both sides, and then it extends, and now it's right there. So then you put it in, right? And you notice how it's now in the center of the hole. And next we're gonna do is drill it in with the included these screws. Now when you're deciding to put on these guys, kind of just slides over this, you can put on either or. So if I put on this one here, when I open it, it'll open that way, right? So because this is like this way, I'm going to put this one on. It's going to seem pretty intuitive to open it up like that, I think. If not, it's easy to swap them and turn them around. After you have them on, they have this little Allen key thing that you do, and then we'll attach it. Basically this part here goes through there, and then you attach the back plate on, screw them together, not too tight, and then just you loop this through. I'm gonna have to check where it goes, and then basically as long as it's not out of the way and being pinched like through there, then this connects to the back part that has all the electronics and Zwave stuff. And basically you put this part at the very bottom of it, right? And you just put in the Allen key that they provide you, and pretty intuitive design. You would think that it would loosen the screw inside down into position, but it is actually the correct human interface design way of tightening, so it tightens down, but it's technically they put it in reverse in order to make that easier for us. Thanks, Kwikset. So you should now have 3 pieces ready. That's the back, that's the front, and in my hand here I have these 2 screws and this plate, okay? And I'm going to show you how it all comes together. So the next step is to get the front on there. I took off that plate because mine, it stuck out a little bit. And then you kind of loop the cable underneath and then up for the top and out. And then you use the 2 long screws here. And then just make sure when you're tightening those that this is parallel to here, the end of the door and the actual lock line up pretty well. It's a bad angle, but mine's pretty good. Then what you want to do is in here where it says connect, and this part shows the word up. So you're going to put that in there. Like that. And you're going to, squeeze your parts together. So that guy goes into that. Then you're just gonna go get some more screws. Then what you're gonna want to do is take these 2 little bolts and you're gonna put them here and here. Now that that's done, you're gonna want to put in your batteries, and you see how it says pointing the door? This is the wrong way. So it's pointing the door. Drop them in, you should hear some beeping. All right. Next, you're gonna want to just test the door to make sure that it's opening and closing as expected. Next, we're going to put SmartThings in pairing mode, and then we're going to press the A button. Alright, so even though SmartThings didn't finish the process, you could tell by the notification at the top that Amazon found it because Amazon's paired to SmartThings, so it kind of pushed it over. And then I was able to find it added as a default name. And I just tested the locking unlocking, and it worked just fine. Now to do a code, this particular model supports 30 user codes, and depending on the lock make manufacturer, sometimes the user code will be pushed over to the smart home controller. Theoretically program something that would show who opened it if they all have unique codes, so to speak. But what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to hit program, then you're going to hit a button combination on the front of it that is 4 to 8 digits, and then you're going to press the lock button, which is in the middle of the keypad. So here is the device unlocked, right? And what I'm going to do is lock it. Okay, you heard that noise in the back. Now nothing happens. Now I'm going to enter the code. And now you heard the noise in the back. Now it opens and closes as you would expect. Let's finish it up by putting on the back plate. Rocking and rolling. Unlock the Kwikset door lock.
Please unlock manually. To enable unlock by voice, open the Alexa app, go to Devices, and edit this lock settings.
Now that's relatively new that you can now change certain locks to allow unlock by voice. Definitely wouldn't want to set that setting on a front door, side door, whatnot, but this is an inside the house door, so probably okay to do. But let's just try the lock feature. And just to show you, it will work with keys too, because, you know, let's say for example batteries are dead, you wouldn't necessarily want to, you know, pigeonhole yourself. Lock the Kwikset door lock.
Locking. Hang on. The Kwikset door lock is locked.
Hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you have a great day.